Gareth, thanks for speaking to us today. How exciting is it to next week be going out at Easter Road with the under-19s in European competition?
Yeah, it's fantastic for the players, for the young players at the club. They've worked extremely hard over the last 12 to 18 months to put themselves in a position to be able to play against European opposition at Easter Road, and it'll be a great memory for them, and hopefully they'll equip themselves well next week.
What you say there about equipping themselves, also it's a different kind of surface than they're typically used to at this level. It's a different pitch, and of course there'll be a lot of fans there. How do you think the players will adapt to that?
Yeah, hopefully they'll take it in their stride. It's all part of their development and part of their journey in football, to start playing at stadiums in front of fans. The last couple of weeks they've played at St Mirren's pitch the other week against their under-19s. We've been training on grass. The last couple of weeks maybe, and we will be leading up to the game. So one or two of the players were part of the squads that have played in the UEFA Youth League before. Yeah, once they get out on the Easter Road pitch, I'm sure they'll be fine.
And how pleasing is that you've got some players that were part of the last campaign in the 23-23 season where they took on the likes of Nantes, Molde and Dortmund, but you've also got this amazing crop of title-winning players coming through getting this experience?
Yeah, it's part of their development to experience different football, if you like, not just the rough and tumble of the Scottish game. We do have a lot of players now within the academy that are playing for the youth national teams, which has grown over the last few years. So they are experienced of playing against international teams. So hopefully they'll be able to manage this tie.
And of course we've touched on it already, the supporters being there, but just what would it mean to yourself, the coaching staff, the players to have as much of a support as possible coming out and backing the young lads?
Yeah, it would be great. It'd be great for the Hibs supporters to come and watch the boys at Easter Road. I was over at the draw in Neon 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I was speaking to the guy from Borussia Dortmund in the lift in the hotel, and as soon as I mentioned that was from Hibs, he mentioned the crowd from the game that we played them a couple of years ago, I think, when there was 7,500 people there, which was fantastic. And I know it was great for our players, but it was also great for their players as well.
And it must be nice knowing you're heading into this game. The lads have had an amazing start to their Castle League season. They've obviously went unbeaten in their opening 5 games. I'm assuming the confidence is high in the squad just now.
Yeah, but with Big Daz and Boozy, we're probably always looking for a little bit too much, but there's nothing wrong with that. 1 or 2 of those performances haven't been what they should be, and we've told them that. But it is all about performance and what we get out at the end of it. But winning is a mentality thing, and it's a byproduct of doing well as well.
Yeah, and just to sort of touch on that progression, that wider, broader scale, you're overseeing as Academy Director, the under-11s all the way up. How is it going at the club just now with the Academy? Yeah,
we're pleased with the way things are going. We've put in a new curriculum, which has been good. It's what the coaches deliver week in, week out. The pre-academy has grown in line with the other major clubs in Scotland, which has been a big effort from us, and especially Kevin Bracks, who's done a lot of work on that. But no, we're pleased with what we're getting out of the system at the moment, but what we've got to try and do is push them on to the first team, which is the most important bit and which is the hardest bit, if I'm being honest. So yeah, delighted with the way they are from under-11s up to under-15s, but we do say that the most important thing is to enjoy playing football at that age.
Yeah, and of course, you mentioned there, you were saying about trying to get players into the first team. I'm not putting you on the spot here, but is there players in the squad just now, particularly in the 19s, where you think they've certainly got the characteristics to one day go on and make it into the first team?
Yeah, I think there is, but I'm probably biased, but it'd be good for the supporters to come out and see them, and then they make judgments on them to see if they think they're good enough to go and play in the first team. But I know that a lot of the supporters do keep an eye on the academy and how players are doing, so it would be great if they did come out and support them.
And obviously the supporters saw last season, of course, when they were an under-18s team, they changed now to under-19s. Of course, they won the league title last season in Scotland. Just what was that experience like for you and the staff?
Yeah, it was for them, but the work that Darren McGregor and Guillaume Bouzelum had done with those boys last year was absolutely fantastic. I think the boys are responsive to the two of them. They're 2 guys that know the club very, very well, know what it takes to be successful, experienced in coaching in Boozy's case, And so, you know, we're more delighted for the players than anything else, and we just want them to do well next week for them.
Yeah, and just finally to circle back to that, you've brought it back round lovely there. Those your lads, you must just be so excited for them to go out next week, enjoy the experience, and go out and just play football, really. Yeah,
and that's what we want to do. As long as they go out and they give it their best shot, which I'm sure they will. We'll see what happens. As I said, we don't know too much about the team from Kosovo. We can't get too much information at the moment. They seem to be a little bit off grid. So we'll get 1 or 2 games. We've already got 1 or 2 games because they did appear in the UEFA Youth League last year and got knocked out by Dynamo Kiev. So it tells you that they've got something about them. They've got a few players that do play in the Kosovo under-17s, under-19s teams. So yeah, they will be decent. So it will be a tough game. But as long as our boys give it their best shot and enjoy themselves.
So what you're saying is it'll be a good game for anyone that comes down?
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time, Gareth.
Okay, thank you.